Hello, this is Oscar Hines with Genuine Journey, and I am absolutely excited. In a few moments, we're going to have an opportunity to interview one of America's iconic figures, Mr. Dick Gregory. We're going to be talking to him about some philosophies he has, some things that have gone wrong with our society, and some ways that we can improve it. So stay tuned, join us as we interview Mr. Dick Gregory, American icon and prolific author. Hello and welcome. My name is Oscar Hines, and I am absolutely delighted to have with us an icon on the American landscape, Mr. Dick Gregory. Mr. Gregory, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks to you. Thank you.
It is a pleasure. So maybe we can start by you telling us what brings you to Houston.
Well, I do about 200 dates every year, and this is just one of the dates, the Shrine of the Black Madonna. And I've been listening to what's been happening, and I don't think there's no other place in America that had this going on. This is one of the things that we need. I'm tired of black folks telling me how filthy this white boy is, but I got to go get my milk from him. You take a group like this, they can buy water, they can buy anything, they can have a scientist test it.
Yes.
Well, my mama don't know nothing about clean water, dirty water, or what.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we got to go now. The whole thing have to change.
So you're really seeing this as a shift in our consciousness and our awareness.
The shift have always been here.
Okay.
Been here. The Indigo Children. They started 1985. IQs is 200. And if you got an indigo child, it leaves the house and goes to other planets at night, and we don't even know it. We talking about the second coming of Christ. The universal God will send back what they want, not what we think it should be. Okay?
So we have to connect with those higher individuals to really be able to move to that
People
next.
have to connect. They don't need you.
Okay.
It's like saying Rockefeller needs you to build something. No,
Okay.
you waited too long.
Okay.
You know, matter of fact, the ones that's born in the black neighborhood usually killed by their parents, not physically, but they think there's something wrong with them. They're not mannerable. Where did we learn manners? Slave?
Right.
Manner? What does that mean? Huh? I got 13 grandchildren. I know 8 of them is indigos. One's a crystal, and this year comes the 5th child.
Wow. For our listeners that may not really understand what that means, why don't you give us a brief explanation of how they can connect to that?
They can. All they got to do is pick up a computer, and then you see it, who they are. And I said they get killed in the black community because, not physically, we take them to doctors, they give them all kind of medicine, all of that, because we don't know. Why would they know? Huh? My mama gave me a Bible that says, slaves, obey your master. My mama crazy? My mama went out and worked hard for our Christmas. There wasn't no daddy at home, and who cared? There's a white racist system tell me the black woman got a problem because there ain't no man at home. Well, tell that to Hitler had a mother and father. Tell that to Jack the Ripper. Tell that to the people that killed Christ. They had mothers and fathers. Why you gonna give this garbage to me? Because you know I'll buy into it. Huh? And the mind, that's where they got us. You know, if you have a child and you teach them the ABCs, they don't know that the first night. Huh? It's over and over
It's the
and
repetition.
over and over. There you got it.
Okay.
So they got black men believing all black women is ugly. The problem is we don't know we believe that. They got black women believing they're ugly. The only woman on this planet is an American black woman go to a thing called a beauty parlor. Everybody else is a hair salon.
That's right.
And we're not aware of it. So how can you correct something if you don't know? If you got a brain tumor you think it's a headache, you're going to die.
That's right. So how do we shift the consciousness of
You
our
can't.
people?
Let me tell you something. When America wanted to go to outer space, she didn't get Americans. She went and got scientists. Huh? First you got to get somebody that qualified.
Right.
Huh? I said earlier tonight, if my son called me and said he had a brain tumor, I said, I can't help you. You go all over the world helping people. If the doctor told you had a brain tumor, you wouldn't call me to come cut your head. See, we had to get away from all this old slave mentality crap.
right.
And then it starts working.
But there's got to be the steps. So you move away from the slave mentality. How do we get
Look,
that?
let's say you're 5 years old.
Okay.
Your daddy was a doctor.
Okay.
How many years it take you before you qualify even to take the test?
Long time.
And so why you wanted to be different when it comes to helping me? See, we always want to take a shortcut. Always want to take a shortcut. When America said we're going out of space, she didn't get white folks to say, I love America. She went all over and brought in scientists.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
And changed it around. I was at a seminar last night about the black love and family. I said, first, y'all don't even know we don't live in a community. I mean, black folk talking about a community where you control the cops, you control your education, you control your business, you control your back. You live in a hood, and what is a hood? Something you put over your head when you're trying to hide something.
That's a good. That's an interesting way of looking at it. You're right.
We as black fathers train our sons. If that white racist stop you, behave yourself. Anytime you as a father that takes something that came from God, them children that came through you, and teach them to respect filth, you become the fool and make them think they're a criminal.
Wow.
And there's a reason for that. Nobody has ever gone through what we've gone through in America.
That's right. That's right.
And we opt for education over liberation. Ain't a black person in America liberated. That's why we take the stuff. George Washington wasn't beating up the British for the right to open up a college. They were saying liberty. The song don't say, give me education or give me death. Say, give me liberty or give me death.
Right.
So we grow up, go to war, and fight for this thug, and then the war's over. They can come over here and get money from the bank that we can't get. Nobody but a fool would do that. But we don't even see it. They sit here and tell me, say, well, ain't no black man at home that's going to affect the children. Oh, I got 10 children. If I left my wife, you going to tell me it's going to affect her? Okay? But if I go to war for this white, racist, insane system and get killed, they never make like that's going to affect my children. And we buy into that.
Right.
It's a game.
But it affects us. It affects us deeply.
What?
Yeah. The death of our children, the death of in the communities right now. We have young people who are killing each other.
Let me tell you something.
How do we get them away from that?
That's what I'm talking about, ignorance.
Okay.
Every night they spray lead and manganese, and once you get enough of that, you'll kill your mama. I don't know if you old enough to remember some sex stuff called Spanish fly.
Spanish fly, I remember
You could
that.
give it to a woman, she right. What make you think they can't give you something to smell and make it? Here's what we do. Black men, youngsters, is running through the community shooting black folks. And you buy that. How come they ain't shooting women? Where'd they get the integrity to shoot men but not women? Because men's organs sell for 500 times more than women's organs. And that's what I'm saying now. We take this piece of ignorance and blame it on us. How? That's what it's about. And if you was my son, and you was gunned down and they called and said a drive-by shooting, do you know I can't see the body? Homicide. Decide when I see the body.
Wow.
And when I come out and see them scars on you, I think it's bad. They was taking your organs. Now, how can you call yourself some close to God and don't know that's happening? Every day. Every day. And then we blame it on ourselves. Blame it on you before you blame it on them. Because whatever they doing, they learn in the house.
Right.
This is a game. Okay?
So my question then is, now it is a game and it's a sick game. How now in this day and age, give us some solutions. You're one of the thought leaders in the world.
Listen, my mother hear me talking, she's alive, she'd call the police on me.
Okay.
If I was going to the casino to gamble, I wouldn't just ask somebody in the street.
Right.
You say, man, I've been working there 40 years. Let me talk to you, man. When it comes to black folks, we just want anybody to change it. When it comes to white folks, they go to med school, they go to such and such a school, this and that. They manipulate the economy. You cannot love America and just grab a gun and go to war, but you can do it with me. You go get trained, huh? And if you don't pass, they kick you out.
Right,
huh?
right.
This is a game. And we don't understand it because of the mentality we have. Huh? The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Huh? When I say that about a black woman, that's a put down. I don't say it about yellow women.
Right.
Huh? This is a game. We the only man that talk about getting some booty. In the whole planet, I go all over the world. You know what? You know what the word booty is? It's the spoils that the pirates get.
Right.
Okay? Off the boat. So she's the spoils that the pirates get off the boat. That ain't never been changed in them. Nobody taught us. It's there. It's a game.
So it's a psychological play.
They know that because they have the money to do the research. I spent $2 million 30 years ago. And I said, here's what I need. I need to find the #1 specialist in breast milk. Steve, find it. Come, I'll give him $1 million for 2 weeks. He called me back and said, it's 2 of them, equally rated. And when you know they men.
Okay.
Men.
Okay. Breast milk specialist.
So I bring them over to a black hospital in New Orleans, Flint Gilbert. And they kept asking, why are you paying us this much money to do this? I said, if I knew, I wouldn't pay you. Okay? You have any children?
I do. I have 4.
Have you ever noticed when your wife be nursing them when they're little?
Right. Yes.
The other breast would leak?
Yes.
That's not milk, that's poison. All the chemicals in her body, all the pollution in the area comes out. That's the real God.
Wow.
Huh? That comes out. Now, I know that. I got 10 children. I didn't know that before. The #1 cancer group in this country today is vegetarians.
Wow.
Huh? Because they're not supposed to eat soy. Soy was made by George Washington Carver to create plastic. That's what I'm saying. If we don't know nothing and we don't feel the energy, you can't change anything.
So we're about to wrap up, and I want to thank you for the insights. As a final message of hope for this generation, what can you give us?
Ain't
What
no
can
hope.
you leave us? There's no hope.
When a woman is 9 months pregnant, the baby gonna fall if it means death. We don't control this planet. This is planned by the universe government. We weren't supposed to have haircuts, men. When you do the research, you find out every culture that has haircuts, the women outlive the men. Every haircut that have a haircut, the men that don't, men and women get the same age. Go up on the Indian reservation where Indians have never had haircuts. They don't go goatees, beards, mustache. Your hair is to your body what a leaf is to a tree, and that whole process of photosynthesis takes place. Now, you're going to sit here and listen to what these white folks say, and you got your mind all messed up and all of that, and I'm supposed to come in and I'm like, no.
Okay. All right. Wow. Well, excellent insights. You are one of the true thought leaders, and we appreciate
because
your
I put
insights.
this movement ahead of my family.
Yes. Yes.
I was in the military. I wasn't married. I didn't have no children. But if that white boy, segregated, said, take that heel, I would have took it. Okay? But come to your family, we don't feel that way. That's the mentality.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
So I've been blessed.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you, brother.
Thank you.
Peace to you.
We've been talking to Mr. Dick Gregory, a thought leader and a revolutionist, and it's been a great conversation. We want to thank you for all
Thank
that
you,
you
brother.
do
Thank
and
you.
all that you contribute.
Thank you.
Thank
My
you so
pleasure.
much. All right. Wow, that was quite the interview with Mr. Dick Gregory. He is a thought leader, he is provocative, and he is fascinating. I enjoyed that interview. It certainly was one of the more different interviews I've had, but we appreciate that because we have to appreciate that all of us are on a journey every day, and that's what it's all about, the genuine journey.